So here we are going to deal with equations of motion by using the method of calculus. In this method of calculus, we need to have two mathematical tools. Those are, one is differentiation, other one is integration. Now, so we'll see them in short. What is mean by differentiation? What is mean by integration? So first, if we go with the differentiation. So if we go with the differentiation, uh, just a minute. No. So in differentiation, already I made a video on this differentiation. You can already I uploaded it, so you can go through it. If you want clear information about differentiation, how do we use it, what exactly differentiation is, here I am telling you in short. So what is the differentiation is, in physics we use differentiation when we need to find the rate of something. Okay, so we will be using differentiation when we need to find the rate of something, or when we need to find the slope of a curve. Slope of a curve. So how do we find slope of a curve? We will be finding slope of a curve by using by drawing a tangent at a point to the curve. So to that tangent we will be locating 2 points and we will be finding the slope for it. Okay, to find slope of a curve or to find the rate of something, we will be using differentiation in physics. So simply what we are saying, whenever you want to find, or whenever you need to calculate rate of change of anything, whenever you want to calculate rate of change of anything, we will be going with the differentiation. Okay, in short I am telling rate of change of anything, like d by dt of something. Okay, here I am taking with respect to a independent variable called t. Okay, so I, in that differentiation video I explained the independent variable, dependent variable, all those. If you want more clarity on this, you can go through that video. Here I am telling you in short. Okay, rate, if you want to find rate of anything, okay, or slope of a curve, we will be going with the differentiation. Okay, d by dt of something, if you do, we will be getting differentiation. This is a mathematical tool. So simply differentiation is nothing but mathematical tool. Mathematical tool means, what exactly mathematical tool means? Just I will give you one example. So what is his name? What is his name? I am asking. I didn't. I am. My question is not clear actually. What is his name means, so whose name I am asking? Suppose what is his name? Whom I am asking? I am asking about who is there on screen. So who is there on screen if I ask? So what I am asking, what is his name? Whose name I am asking about? I am asking about a person who is there on screen. Actually, who is there here? Okay, there is a boy. So what is his name? So his name is, just, so I am asking about a particular thing, the person who is there on screen. So that is what the question. I am applying the question to the person who is there on the screen. So his name is Vivaswat. So Vivaswat is there on screen, right? Now, so whatever the question we have, this is nothing but our mathematical tool or mathematical operation. On where we are applying? So to a person who is there on screen, right? So this is our variable. Now whatever we got, this is what our result, right? So that is all about how we are using a mathematical operation, right? Now so that is what we have a mathematical tool is. So what we are having in this, so mathematical tool is our differentiation, d by dt of, if I apply, like what is his name I asked. So on where we are applying on some variable, so dy by dt. So y is our variable. On this particular thing we are applying this mathematical tool. So this is a question I am applying to this particular location or this particular situation. So this is what the result we are getting. Okay, so dy by dt, whatever we get, some x of t or something, whatever we are getting, that is what our answer, right? Now, so this is how we use the differentiation. Okay, so suppose if we want velocity, differentiation of Velocity is what? D delta S by delta T generally. Okay, so rate of change of displacement, we call it as velocity. So in terms of differentiation, if we write ds by dt, we will be writing this is velocity. Okay, so velocity we are writing it as ds by dt. Same way, so if we write acceleration, acceleration is what? Rate of change of velocity, that I am writing directly. Okay, so this is how we use differentiation in our motion in a straight line chapter, right? So rate of something, if you want to find, we will go with the differentiation, right? So that is all about the differentiation in short, right? Next, if we go with one more mathematical tool, so next mathematical tool which is required here is the integration. Okay, so to know that, so what we are going with the next topic is integration. So these two are required for us. So integration is what? Suppose if we have something to add, so usually we will be going with, we will be writing summation. So integration means it is exactly, it is reverse operation to, it is a reverse operation. What is that? Just hold on. So it is a reverse operation to, it is reverse operation to differentiation. In short, only I am telling, right? So it is reverse operation to differentiation. Now, so what exactly we are going to do here? When we are integrating something means we are uniting something. That means we are adding up something. If we have some smaller parts, to add up all of them, we will be using integration. So here you may get one small doubt that, so we have already summation symbol we can use. This we, you know it already in lower classes. So already we have this. What is the point of going with integration? What is the point of going with integration when we have summation? See, summation and integration both we use for adding purpose only, but here when we are going with integration, what exactly we do is, when we have continuous values, we will be going with the integration part. Like if we have 1 2 3 4 all such, suppose some 50 numbers if it is there, so to add up all of them, what we do, summation n is equals to 1 to 50. So all these are some x values. So x I am writing. Okay. So x values are, these values are there. All of them we will be adding. From where to where we are adding? 1 to 50 we are adding. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, all those we will be adding here. That is what summation. So when we are not having this integral values, some discrete values if we don't have, we will be going with the integration. So this is what summation symbol, right? So what about integration symbol? So integration symbol, it will be like a S but prolongated S. So this is what our integration symbol. Okay. So this is how we use the integration symbol. And when we are integrating, we will mention from where to where we are integrating. Suppose the same example, these are, if these are not discrete values, if these are not discrete values, if these are continuous values, continuous means there exists some other values also in decimals, 1.001, 1.002, all those values if exist from 1 to 50. So from where to where we are integrating, where to where we are adding, from 1 to 50 we are adding, right? So x. Okay, so smaller values, we know these smaller values we call it as a dx. D we are using means it is indicating smaller values. Okay, so this is how we use this method of showing integration, right? So integration I have shown here, differentiation I have shown here. So there will be some formulas will be there, those formulas we will be using in case of integration or differentiation. So in integration, whatever formulas we use here is integration of x power n into dx is equals to, in integration power will increase. So x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 is a formula. So only for time being, you just remember this. If you want more information, so you'll be having a video in my channel. You can go through it directly. So you will get clear information. So if you want to, for only time being, just follow this formula. And if you have limits to this, we will be applying limits here, 1 and 50. So first lower limit we will substitute, minus upper limit will be substituting. That when we are doing a problematic part, we will understand. If we don't have limits, directly we will be writing this formula. This is one formula we use basically. Integration of constant, simply dx if it is there, we will write it as x. Okay, these two formulas you just remember it. These two are more than enough for our next part. So we have seen what is mean by differentiation and what is mean by integration in short. Okay, this is not complete information. I am telling this in short only. Okay, right. Now we will go with equations of motion in our calculus method. Here, first equation will derive first equation of motion for that. So what we have, acceleration. From acceleration only we are going with. So we have what we have, acceleration. So in terms of calculus method, if we write, so acceleration, I just told you, rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of means d by dt of v we will be writing. Right now in this, here I will mention few things. dv is equals to, if I write, what happens, dv is equals to a into dt we can write. Right now, if an object starts from rest when t is equals to 0, then initial velocity is u. So it is in moving. When it is moving, it is accelerating. Okay, so when it is accelerating, so it is accelerated motion, and after certain time t is equals to t, so after certain time, now its final velocity is v. So for accelerated motion only we are writing. So this is a what given scenario further. So to know d is nothing but delta only. When it is so small, we will be using d. So if we want total value, what we are doing, we are integrating. So integration, if I apply, integrating on both sides, integrating on both sides. So what do we get? Integration of dv is equals to integration of a into dt I am writing. Okay, integration of dv is equals to integration of a into dt. Now, so what we are doing, integration of dv, I just said integration of dx is x, so integration of dv is v. So from where to where we are integrating, initial limit is u, final limit is v. Here dt is there, that means in terms of time we are integrating t is equals to 0 to t is equals to t. Okay, so 0 to t we are writing now. So a is other variable, so I am writing it out, integration of dt from 0 to t is the limit. Now, so what happens here, from where to where it is u to v. Now, so still further if I simplify, so if I substitute this, what happens, upper limit should be substituted first in place of v, next minus lower limit will be substituting. Okay, next, and right side a into integration of dt, just like this only, integration of dv we wrote v, integration of dt we will be writing it as a t. Now, so what happens if we apply limits 0 to t. Now, so further if I solve it further, so what happens, now, so I'll be writing next step, I'll write over here. So what do we get? Left side v minus u is there. Okay, left side v minus u. Right side what we will get? We have to substitute limits. So a into. So upper limit we have to substitute. In place of t, upper limit is t. Lower limit is minus 0. Okay. So we will be, when we are substituting lower limit, we will be taking minus. Now what will we get? V minus u is equals to a into t. So v is equals to, what do we get? U, if I take it other side, plus u, it will become u plus at we will be getting, right? So this is what our second equation of, sorry, first equation of motion, right? So next we will go with the second equation of motion. I hope this is clear, right? Now, so if we go with the second equation of motion, just to hold up. One second, let it be as it is. Now, so this is what our first equation of motion. Just a minute. Right. equation of motion, right? Next, second equation of, we'll go with second equation of motion. In second equation of motion, it is simpler than this. So what we have second equation of motion for, that is a displacement time relation. Second equation is displacement time relation we want. Displacement and time relation is our second equation. Now for this, what we are going with, so in this, displacement is equals to, generally, so what do we write? Displacement is S we will be representing, right? So here, if we go with the displacement as S, so as we have velocity is what, rate of change of displacement, ds by dt we have, right? Now from here, if I write an expression for ds, what do we get? ds is equals to v into dt. Simply same like previous method only. Again, to get displacement, what we'll do, what we'll be doing, integrating on both sides. Okay, I'm writing in short. Next, integration, if we do, integration of ds is equals to integration of v into dt, right? Now next, what we are going with, integration of ds, from where to where we will be integrating? From 0 to s only. So initial displacement, it started from rest, means 0 displacement, final displacement is s. Next, here t limits just now already we have seen 0 to t, but here integration of ds is what? S, 0 to s is the limits. Now here v is I am not taking it as a v as some constant. V is our variable. So what we have already in the previous first equation of motion we derived. What is v? U plus at. I just used that first equation of motion and I am substituting here. Now, so what else we can write from this is, just a minute, I'll just move it up a little bit. Now, so what we can write from this, I can apply integration on both sides. Here, what happens? S minus 0 we will get, upper limit minus lower limit. So if we apply integration on both sides, means two terms, 0 to t u into dt plus integration 0 to t at into dt, right? So at into dt, right? Now next, what we will be applying these integration individually. So if we apply that integration individually, I'll write over here itself. Okay. Now, so if we apply integration individually, what do we get? Left side it is there, s is there. Okay, left side s is there, and the right side. So left side we will be getting s only. Next, right side, if we do individually, s into s is equals to u, I am taking it out, 0 to t dt plus integration. Here a I can take out, a previously also a we have taken it out, and when we are differentiating with respect to t terms should be there. So here 0 to t. Now, so s, I'll write one formula over here. Integration of x power n into dx we had just now. So what we have? X power n plus 1 by n plus 1 is the formula, right? So this formula we will be using over here. Now, so if we use that formula, s is equals to, already we know integration of dt is our t, limits are from, sorry, just a minute, it is u into integration of dt is t, and it is limits are from 0 to t plus a into integration of t into dt. That means t power is how much? It is 1. T power 1 if it is there. So x power, in place of n it is 1 is there. In place of x we have t. So what we can write? T power n plus 1 means 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. N place we have 1 and t place, sorry, x place we have t. So simply I have applied that formula and I got it, right? Now, so this is just applied that formula and I am writing. Now 0 to t limits are there as it is. Now, so if we apply these limits, so what happens? U into t minus 0 and other side a into t square by 2. Again limits has to be applied, that I didn't apply it. 0 to t. Next, further if you see, so what do we get further here? No. So u into t minus 0 is t ut plus a into, in place of t I have to substitute upper limit. That means t square by 2 minus, in place of t I have to apply 0. 0 square by 2 means 0 only, right? So finally I am ending up with s is equals to ut plus this t square by 2 minus 0 means t square by 2 only. This by 2 I am writing first, half a t square we got. This is our second equation of motion. Okay, right. So we derived first equation of motion and second equation of motion, and now we will go with the third. So in third equation of motion, already we have acceleration. Acceleration, if we write in terms of calculus method, that is in terms of differentiation, what do we write? Rate of change of velocity is our acceleration. This I am modifying little bit. dv by dt, I am writing it as dv by ds into ds by dt I am writing. Okay, can we write? So if ds cancel out, again we'll get back to the same step. Okay, now, so here what we are making small change, dv by ds is there. This ds by dt, rate of change of displacement is what? Our v, right? So that already we have seen. Now this I am rewriting v into dv by ds. This is a is equals to, now this v only I wrote first. Next, this ds, if it goes other side, what happens? A into ds is equals to v into dv. Okay, v into dv. Now, so same functions are there. Here it is different. Now if it is different, we will take it out. So again, what do we do to get total? We will be again integrating oh, just a minute. Right. So so v into dv we have here, right? Now, so what we are going to do, integrating on both sides. So if we apply integration on both sides, a into ds is equals to integration v into dv, right? Next, so this if I simplify further, so a I can take out common. Before that I will apply limits also here. So from where to where, s we are differentiating with respect to s, so s limits has to be written 0 to s. Here we are differentiating with respect to v, so v limits has to be written u to v. Now, so integration of a into ds. So a I am taking it out, it is not same term now. So if we apply it, 0 to s ds is equals to, right side what we have, integration of v u to v into dv. So v into dv, same like previous problem, n into x to the power of n plus 1. N form, n value is 1, so x place we have v. So 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. Just now we applied it, I am writing directly, I am not writing formula also here. So from where to where, limits are from u to v. So here, so a into, what we have, 0 to s limits, integration of ds is s, so 0 to s, next left side, so v square by 2, so limits are from u to v. Now, so a into, limits if I apply, upper limit is s, lower limit is 0. Next, uh, what we are going to have next is, just a minute, right? Now, right side if we see, v square by 2. So I have to apply upper limit v square by 2, and in place of v only I have to apply lower limit minus u square by 2. Now, so what we have, left side as is there, and left side, right side, if I take out 1 by 2 common, 1 by 2 into, what we have, v square minus u square is there. This 2 if I bring left side, what we have, 2as we have, and right side will be having v square minus u square. So So if I rewrite this equation, v square minus u square is equals to 2as is our final expression. This is what our third equation of motion, right? So third equation of motion, we end up with the third three equations of motion, right? Now, so this is what calculus method. Some problems will be there in terms of calculus also. So there it is easy to solve if you know this differentiation and integration part, right? So this is third equation of motion. Okay. Now, and we can see one problem on this also in integration and differentiation method. So in exam, if they ask deduce an expression for equations of motion in terms of graphical method, you have to go with graphical method only. If they ask in terms of calculus method, you have to follow this method only. If they don't ask any method, specific method, if they ask you to calculate, if they ask you to derive equations of motion, you can go with any one method. Okay. So if they ask specifically, you have to go with the specific method only, right? That is about all the three types of equations of motion we have completed. We will go with the problematic part the next class.